What up? It's Matt, Taco Potato Mustang. I'm in Colorado right now, and I just picked up my rental car from Turo. This is the first time I've ever used the Turo app. And I have a Toyota Prius Prime. It's a little different than the Mustangs and other fun vehicles, but we'll see how this thing goes. All right, I've been driving this Prius Prime around Colorado for like 2 days, and I gotta say, some of the infotainment stuff is not very intuitive, though it does have Apple CarPlay, which helps. This thing is surprisingly comfortable. I think I kind of stereotype Toyotas based on having driven the RAV4 and the Venza, which do not have a lot of room, but this thing is like surprisingly spacious for a tall person, and my son in his car seat and my wife have been in the back seat like for a lot of the trip, so pretty good like head and leg room, pretty comfortable. It's got decent lumbar support. I don't like, I really don't like this like system with Toyota where when you put it in park, it's got this weird little like shift lever thing system, but to put it in park you just press P, which I think is stupid. Feel free to explain why that makes sense, but I don't like it. Other than that, it's got a heads-up display, which I was not expecting. I don't love the placement of the like the dash stuff like all the way over here, and there's like nothing like right in front of you other than the heads-up display, which you probably can't see on camera. But this thing, it's the Prime. I have to look a little bit more information up about this, but so it's like pretty quick because it's got like electric, like it runs on electric battery power only for a little while, and then like I guess when that battery charge dies or whatever, it runs on gas, or it does some sort of like combination, I don't know, but it's pretty cool. And like when I say cool, I mean like it's pretty quick, like, and it gets up and goes like surprisingly well. Yeah, and also it's so quiet, and I like, being like a muscle car enthusiast, obviously I love the sound of like the Mustang V8 and lots of other cars that sound amazing, but it is really nice to be in a car that's like super quiet. And if this could be one of those things that makes me like consider buying a hybrid or electric car. Don't judge me. Do you hear that music? That music like does every time you turn the car on or off. My screen is telling me to charge now, charge immediately, unplug in. I have not done any charging or put any gas in the car yet, but it's averaging like, according to the dash, like 66 miles per gallon on this trip, which is pretty impressive. After driving this car for like a week, my biggest complaints are that it's actually got a lot of road noise for being a car that's pretty quiet, like has a quiet drivetrain. Like I feel like you hear a lot of like the contact of the tires with the road, and like the suspension seems to make a lot of noise. But other than that, it's been pretty great. I can't believe I'm saying this about a Prius. But sometimes you have biases against things, and then you encounter them and they change your opinion. Yeah. I'm not saying that I would go out and buy one of these, but I wouldn't advise people against it. If you're looking for a fuel efficient car that has like a pretty decent amount of space. Actually, the other thing I would say is the trunk, like the hatch is like the trunk space, hatch space, whatever you want to call it, is just okay. We put like a pretty big suitcase back there, but we've had to have the stroller up here, and like a backpack in the back seat because we just couldn't fit that much more stuff next to the big suitcase. So I think it's because there's a spare tire underneath the hatch, but I'd have to go double check. But this thing's pretty nice. The seats are really comfortable. And like, look at this seat. Like, it almost looks like something you'd see in like a, you know, more luxurious car. But, and also I did complain about the little weird shift lever thing. I still don't like pressing a button to put the car in park, but the actual like shifter thing, I think they might be onto something in terms of like the intuitiveness. Like once you start using it, it's just like, it's super easy. And I guess like the direction of things for like going into reverse and putting it in drive, it almost feels like it makes more sense than like a normal like gear shift on an automatic car. Yeah, so I'm gonna return the car today and then fly back home. But yeah, who would have thought? I started recording this video like almost 2 weeks ago, and finally trying to take some time to get it wrapped up. So I feel like anybody who's driven a lot of cars will probably not be surprised by this, but after we returned the rental, the car we got from Turo, the Prius, I was like, we drove a friend's Subaru Crosstrek, and then when we got back to Virginia, obviously we were driving our Forester, and I was like, I felt like both the Subarus felt so quick in terms of like throttle response, because like as soon as you touch the gas, it was just like it was like, wow, it's reacting immediately. And I felt like the only time you really got that in the Prius was when we had the full battery. And even then, I feel like it was quick, but it was like the acceleration was quick. The throttle response was like, you know, sort of normal, which I guess maybe that's a thing with hybrids. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a Toyota Prius thing. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, I've got the Fox body behind me. I just went for a drive a little while ago to run an errand, and it was fun to drive after not having driven for a couple weeks. Not going to have any time to do any garage stuff this weekend. Going to be doing some traveling soon, so I don't have any idea when I'm going to get any time to work on the Fox body. But one other thing. So I was at a zoo, and I saw this guy pull up in the same car that I ordered, same color, and so I went and talked to him. I was like, dude, how long did it take you to get that car? And he's like, he told me that he drove from he flew from Oklahoma to New York City and picked a car up in Brooklyn and drove it back to Oklahoma, and which I thought was cool. And he said it was like fun to drive the car back. And I told him, I was like, man, I've been waiting since I put an order in March. We're now at over 6 months since I placed the order. And in July, I had asked about if there was an update, and they said they don't have an allocation for me yet, but I'm apparently first on the list, which I don't know what that means in terms of time frame, but we're definitely past the timeline in terms of when they said the car would be here by. I don't know, but yeah, the guy who had the same car that I ordered, which I'm sort of on the fence on whether or not, now I feel like it's been so long now, I just want to say what the car is. But also I kind of want to leave it as a surprise, but who knows? Maybe the car will never come. I don't know. But the guy said he also owned a 944 that he used as like a track car, and another car that he had owned was like a newer GTO with like 600 horsepower. The guy seemed like he knew a lot of shit about. He definitely knew a lot more about like cars and like racing than I do. And he said that this car was one of the most fun cars he's ever driven and owned. So it just made me like more excited to get my car, but I still wait. Anyways, that's all for Taco Potato Mustang. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching my video. If you're new to my channel and you like my videos, please hit subscribe and keep an eye out for more Taco Potato Mustang. Peace out.